Hello world. So we're doing things a little bit different today. Initially I didn't think there was going to be a video because I'm actually doing some real life play tonight. Not like a sanctioned event or anything. I'm nowhere near that point yet. Just having some people over. But what we're gonna do that's different is I'm gonna do a quick run through on how I get cards. I currently can build nearly any deck, um, and this is all as a free to play player. So, um, without further ado, I want to kind of go over that. Initially, you have very little you can do, right? You start off, you have no cards. I did buy, separate from this, um, having nothing to do with the online game, I bought the Keldeo versus Rayquaza Battle Arena deck. So that gave me a little bit that I could start with, but looking back, I wouldn't have needed that to really make it go. So initially, what you would want to do to start off acquiring cards would be, well, okay, we can't look at it because they're about to run maintenance, but it would be to enter in a tournament with the theme decks that you're provided. Or potentially once you've earned some coins with the daily challenges, you'll want to buy a better theme deck. Both the grass and the fire theme decks from Sun and Moon are pretty strong. I personally preferred the fire deck, but a lot of people have seen good success with the grass deck as well. So either of those, I think, could have you doing well in battles against other theme deck players. And then you'll go to the events, play there. Once you've placed in a couple of tournaments there, and their time frames are half the time that a normal match gives, so it won't take as long as it sounds like for that to happen. Once you've done that, you can start trading. So you go to trade, and you'll have, these are the trades I currently have going, but you'll have some packs. That's the important thing. So you would go click create trade. You don't want public trade. You would have packs here. I currently am down quite a few because I acquired some additional stuff. I'm working on building a Rainbow Road deck that I'm beefing up with a Jolteon and a Jolteon EX and a Beedrill EX, and those are pricey cards. So this morning I had like 70 packs, but I did lots of trading. Anyway, so from here you would say, okay, I'm going to give the one pack that I have or the two packs that I have to get stuff that I can start trading. So my first recommendation, I'm clicking over to I am giving, even though really it would be I am getting. First recommendation would be to get some Wobbuffets. So we're going to go through that. We'll create a quick trade for Wobs. The rate that I'm seeing I can do is to get 4 Wobbuffets for 1 pack, and you send that through. And that'll go through. That's one of the quicker trades. And you can see that I have 2 different types of Wobbuffet. I'm doing that to sort of expand the options so that if someone has one kind, I can benefit, and I can sort of have a dual, double line going there. So you could go with either. You want to make sure it's the one with the Bide Barricade ability, which there was one in Fates Collide, and then it was reprinted with different art in the Generation set, so it's still in Standard and will remain in Standard probably for at least another year, even after rotation in September. So I guess a year and a half. Wob is a really good meta call for trading. Other cards that I'm seeing pretty good success with for Pokemon include Volcanion and Garbodor. Again, lots of people are trying to get ability lock situations to shut down Vileplume and shut down Decidueye. So those are good cards, and you'll just have to pay attention to the meta and to what you read about if you're not actively playing, but just to determine what cards are important. The other area that I get lots of action, lots of trades, is in trainers. And again, it's basically a matter of paying attention to what's popular, but these are the types of cards that I'm currently seeing a pretty good return on. Assault Vest, for 1 pack you can usually get 5 vests and then trade them off at 3 for a pack. So you're making a 2/3 of a pack profit every time you get a trade. I guess I should have mentioned that. We traded we gave 1 pack to get 4 wobs, and when we then send the back, we'll do a price. We'll be giving 2 for a pack, so you can expand your packs that way. If you just constantly have that sort of thing going on, you're gaining a pack every time you get a trade to go through. And basically, you don't want to oversaturate and have too many of the same exact trade offered, so spreading your resources through as many cards as you can find that actively turn over is kind of key. And like I said, these are the ones that I've locked onto. I've done some trial and error to figure out the prices that seem to work best for me. And you just have to do the same thing. You can start by looking at the prices in various guides. You can see here we're at the you can see the URL here. It's a card value guide maintained by one of the prominent I think moderators on Reddit. It is tied to an actual business, so in some cases their prices are a little higher than the actual value of cards, but from here, they have their value that they assign to different packs, and then you basically just run a search to find individual cards. Most cards that you would think about trading are going to be shown here. Even just like standard good Pokemon like Auxiliary is shown. Garbodor. I don't think Wob shows up, but they're found on here. Perhaps a better guide, though, is this guide maintained by a Redditor. Actually, the guy that is sort of acting as my coach. He maintains on a very regular basis. You can see lots of stuff. Today is April 12th. Lots of stuff was updated as recently as today, yesterday on a few. And I think he has a couple of people that help him out with this, but just goes through and just kind of monitors the value of all kinds of interesting and important cards. That said, there are certainly cards that are not found on here that you could find on the other guide. I don't think Auxiliary or other non-EX cards are necessarily listed here. So, kind of go one way or the other. But these numbers come from what he's actually observed in trades that are going through versus are not going through within the Pokemon online interface. So in most cases, the numbers you see here are more accurate. There's definitely been times that I've been looking to make a trade and something shows up as way cheaper here, and I offer that price and it goes through. There have been times that something shows up more expensive here, and I offer the price from the other guide and it doesn't go through. And then there have been times that, we get things totally different anyway. But ultimately, I think between the two of these, you can get an idea for what you want to offer as a trade when you actually have enough packs through the trades back and forth to pick cards. And you can get an idea of what prices you can get for some of the smaller trades as well. So with that, we're going to go ahead and wrap up. Hopefully this has been a little bit informative for those of you who have some trouble finding the cards you want. It's definitely been nice to me. I used to be one of the players who was just like, well, I'll just see what I can get out of packs that I open. And switching to for-profit trading has, like I said, opened the door to me playing basically whatever deck I want. So, with that, wrapping things up. See you next time.